Hi everyone, I'm Thomas LeBlanc.
I'm Tranna Winter, and welcome to Lucky Stars, an astropop odyssey where we walk you through the Zodiac by roasting the superstars and queer heroes born under each sun sign.
So this month is Gemini season. If you're feeling a little cuckoo, that's normal. We're all going kind of crazy right now. Gemini season runs from May 21st to June 20th.
Before we get to the stars, Thomas, let's talk a little bit about the traits and what it means to be a Gemini.
So Gemini is the third sign of the Zodiac. It's the sign of communication, and the planet of communication is Mercury. So I would say stay away from Geminis when Mercury is retrograde.
I always feel like the most common trait that people associate with Gemini is being two-faced. I feel like everyone is scared of Geminis because it is believed that they have these kind of dual personalities and that their mood can really turn on a dime. One minute they're loving you and the next they're trying to kill you. But Thomas, is that really true? Are Geminis two-faced?
They are two-faced, but I don't think we should be afraid of this. I think this is actually something they can use to their advantage in a positive way for all of us. One example of being two-faced is Priyanka. If you've watched Canada's Drag Race, you know that Priyanka used to be a children's television personality by day.
What's happening, Canada? I'm Suki.
And drag queen by night. That's very two-faced. But beyond this, Priyanka has a catchphrase on the show.
What's my name? Priyanka!
And I think this is peak Gemini. Geminis want us to know their name.
That really ties into one of the most important Gemini traits, which is they are so social and they love to be the life of the party.
Geminis are talkative.
They are whimsical.
They can be nosy.
They love gossip. They love to learn. They're intelligent. They want deep conversations.
They're passionate, and sometimes they're overly analytical, and that's a problem.
They're nervous. They have a hard time making decisions. They struggle with commitment.
So all of this to say, Geminis can be fascinating, but just a warning, I'm a triple water sign. I do not engage romantically with Geminis. I have a few Gemini friends. So if you're triggered right now, just remember we're roasting all the signs.
So now that we have a better understanding of some of the most important Gemini traits, let's take a closer look at how these traits manifest themselves in Gemini superstars. My first pick is the one and only supermodel of the world, Naomi Campbell, born May 22nd. I always say that there are only two people who truly scare me in the world, Bjork and Naomi Campbell. And she's done a lot of good in this world. She does a lot of humanitarian work, represents a lot of charitable causes, but she also loves to throw phones at people when she gets mad at them. And that is really scary to me. One of the moments that I love the most is when Naomi did a tell-all interview with Oprah, and Oprah was like, Naomi, why did you throw the bejeweled phone at your housekeeper?
I never had a jewel-encrusted BlackBerry in my life, by the way.
Okay.
Just a regular one.
All right.
It's not a joke, but I never have.
Naomi has been required to do community service, but ever the Gemini, Naomi knows how to turn a shitty situation into a party. So when Naomi was doing her community service every day that she reported for duty, she would show up in the most incredible designer fashion. She turned community service into a runway moment. She got a lot of criticism for this because people felt like she wasn't taking the community service seriously, but I disagree. She showed up, she did the time that she needed to do, and everyone she worked with loved her. True Gemini. And it also reminds me of the beginning of the pandemic, one of my favorite videos of all time. Naomi, during the first wave, had to travel back home to New York, and she wore a hazmat suit and goggles and gloves, and again, a testament to her Gemini sense of humor. To top it all off, she threw on a Burberry cape over her hazmat suit and was ready to go. That is just the best.
I love her so much. Naomi Campbell, you're the best. We love you.
While Naomi may be problematic, while she may or may not still have the blood diamond in her possession, we do not know. We cannot sweep that under the rug, but we must also acknowledge what a trailblazer she has been. She is a true legend in the fashion industry, and I love her, and I hope that I never meet her.
So you'll be happy to learn that she is not of course, the only scary Gemini. As we've said, Scary Spice from the Spice Girls is also a Gemini who's been known to throw a tantrum. And in her company of scary Geminis, Carole Baskin. Yes, the Carole Baskin. And this is why I'm wearing leopard print in homage to Carole Baskin and a Scary Spice.
I love the Geminis keep us on edge. They keep us on our toes.
As we've mentioned with Naomi, Geminis are gorgeous. There are a lot of models who are Gemini, actresses who are Gemini, Angelina's a Gemini, but my pick is Nicole Kidman. Of course, Nicole is born the last day of Gemini season, June 20th. Now, we all remember that she was married to Tom Cruise years ago. Tom is a Cancer. So from the get-go, I could have told Nicole, do not get married to a Cancer if you're a Gemini. You're gonna feel stuck. And that explains why that picture of her signing the divorce papers to this day is one of the most iconic viral moments of the history of the internet. So Tranna, like a lot of queer people on the internet, you actually think that the wigs do more of the work than Nicole in her performances.
I really do, and I came to understand this when I watched The Undoing, which is when I realized that Nicole is not actually a great actress, but the wigs are phenomenal actresses.
Speaking of big hair, your next pick is?
Hair goddess Alanis Morissette, born June 1st. I mean, for anyone who knows me, Alanis truly is my ultimate hero, my guru. Her music has been the soundtrack to my life. I love her beyond words. And I feel like the trait or the aspect of Gemini that Alanis best represents is intelligence. Geminis love to learn, they are forever curious, and Alanis is a self-described bookworm. If you've seen any of the interviews that she has given during quarantine, she has this bananas library, like books from floor to ceiling. There must be thousands of them. And, you know, usually I don't think people obviously have read all the books that they have, but I believe that Alanis has read every single one of those books.
I mean, she's been on hiatus for how long? I hope she's read all the books.
I feel like Alanis has been the best English teacher I have ever had. Listening to her music has expanded my vocabulary like you wouldn't believe. Let me share some of the words that I have learned in the music of Alanis Morissette. Reciprocity, joyitude, absolve, ambivalent, proverbial cup, pseudo-higher levels, globally neutralized, tortured beacon, post-obstacle, adversarial forces, and of course, supposed former infatuation junkie. Now, name me one other rock star who has any of those words in their songs.
The musician that I go back to that I adore, like a lot of queer people, is Robyn. Robyn is born June 12th. And Robyn is the embodiment of why you should not date a Gemini. There are so many red flags in Robyn's music. I mean, just starting from Dancing on My Own, her biggest hit. Because Dancing on My Own is really this song about this woman at the club watching her ex hook up with a new woman and then writing a song about it. It's the ultimate grudgy, kind of like I'm mad at you, passive-aggressive move. And that's why we love Robyn. The problem is that because no one should be dating Geminis are really only going for fire signs. They're an air sign, but they're going for fire signs like Leo, Sag, and Aries. But fire signs really do not care all that much about Gemini. So it really sets up people like Robyn and Alanis to be disappointed in love and to give us all of this music. Robyn has been making music since the 90s, and it was there all along, all the red flags. So in her first hit, Show Me Love, she actually sings, "Always been told that I've got too much pride, too independent to have you by my side." I mean, everything is there. She is avoidant, but then also very clingy, as we know from Call Your Girlfriend. where she literally tells the new guy to like phone his ex because they have to break up because there's something is happening between Robyn and him. I mean, her whole discography is a hot mess of relationship red flags, and this is why we love Robyn. But through all of this, there is one song title that's actually really good life advice, and it's the song Don't Fucking Tell Me What to Do.
If that didn't resonate with all the Geminis watching, I don't know what will.
Another disco icon.
This person is truly above and beyond one of my favorite people in the galaxy. It is Kylie Minogue, born May 28th. Australian pop goddess who I just worship. Honestly, she's one of my biggest inspirations. She is gorgeous, like all of the Geminis we've been talking about. Geminis are so fucking hot. It is ridiculous. And what is wild about Kylie is that she's actually a triple Gemini. Her sun sign, rising sign, and her moon sign are all Gemini. And yet, Kylie is like the sweetest, most lovable person. I did some digging, okay? And I could only find one instance where Kylie was less than nice. She was doing a CD signing back in 1997, and this reporter covering the event was really annoying her. So Kylie tells this guy to go back to primary school. Like, that's as evil as Kylie gets, you guys. Like, she is the exception to the rule. She is a Gemini angel.
That's true. There's even one song she was gonna make a song with Pharrell Williams, and she was gonna cancel. And she's so nice that she showed up to make the song and made the song about wanting to cancel.
I was gonna cancel.
So doing research on famous Geminis, I have discovered that a crew of Geminis have really set forward the gay agenda. Judy Garland is a Gemini. Laverne Cox is a Gemini. Harvey Milk is a Gemini. Anderson Cooper, I mean...
Okay, let's scrap Anderson from the list. The way he threw Kathy Griffin under the bus, he is not an ally.
Other queer legends who are Gemini, Lena Wachowski, the creator of Sense8 and The Matrix, of course. Melissa Etheridge is a Gemini. Can you believe it? I mean...
I can believe it. She's been camping out my window for weeks now. I mean, get away from me, Gemini lady.
And Boy George. I mean, all these trailblazers. So in a way, kind of feel grateful for Geminis never really being able to shut up, because really they have changed the world. And one person who has been such a friend, even to this day, even if she's not physically on this earth, who has been such a friend to our community, is Joan Rivers, the ultimate loudmouth, fashion police, Jewish mom to showbiz. I mean, Joan is the ultimate Gemini. She's telling things like it is.
We love you, Joan. Thank you all so much for watching Lucky Stars. This was our Gemini edition. I hope you had a good time. My advice to you this month is to follow the lead of all of these megastars and get a great conversation going.
We'll be back next month with a video for my sign, Cancer. Very excited for this. And before you leave, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.